right, this week we find ourselves touring another beautiful home here in Lake Oswego. Seth, this has been one on both of our radars for quite some time. It just got listed by Allison Williams and Carrie Spurlock, so thank you very much to both of them for allowing us to tour this beautiful listing. We are at 5185 Carman Drive, right in the heart of Lake Oswego, and in a very accessible location near I-5, 217, plus all of the cruise village, restaurants, and amenities. But the special thing about this house is not necessarily the location.
Yeah, this one was built in 2018. It is 0.6 acres too, which is so valuable here in Lake Oswego. And probably my favorite thing about this house is the utilization of the space gives you access to not only the 3-car garage behind us, but this home can store 20 plus cars. And we are excited to show you exactly how that all works out here. Now behind us, we have a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom and just under 5,700 square feet.
And the Cybertruck fits perfectly in this front motor court. The stainless steel fits perfectly with all of the steel that you'll find. The entire property, all 0.6 acres, is actually wrapped with sheet metal steel. And you can see it's nicely patinaed and rusted over time, but it does a great job of giving you privacy on the lot as well as blocking some of the noise transfer. This is a gated motor court, and you can see behind me, they've integrated the rain gardens of the house into the actual landscape with, again, more steel. Oftentimes we see these poured with like board formed concrete, and they're not always easy on the eyes. So I really love how they made this feel like a natural, almost aqua feature of the front landscape. And then moving on to the actual materials of the house, you have stacked stone with tongue and groove cedar siding. I love the horizontal slats, how it complements against the vertical corrugated steel on the garage. And then it's a full corrugated sheet metal roof as well. So lifetime roof on the house. And that's a theme you'll see throughout the entire build. The original owners who built this used the highest quality materials throughout, and we're excited to show you the inside.
Now immediately stepping into this entryway, plenty of natural light. I love the intentionality, which we're gonna see consistent throughout this house, of putting these windows in the corner, bringing in plenty of natural light. They do also have electric blinds tucked up top, just in case the light becomes a little too bright. They also brought the stacked stone from outside in here, and you'll see that continued through the home. And right to my left, this is artist Chris LeBoy, who is a very famous Porsche enthusiast, photographer, and artist, which is very important to this house because you're gonna see a lot of Porsche memorabilia and maybe a couple Porsches.
And before we get to the cars, let's step into the heart of the home. It's a very open floor plan, a lot of natural light in here. The original architects, RSS Architecture, did a great job designing the home in what is almost like a courtyard wrapped around this central outdoor living area. You can see a lot of those cool features, which we'll get to in a bit. But what I want to point out right now is just the amount of windows you have. These are Marvin sliding doors, all large glass panels with matching transoms above. And then up right above me, we have what's called a clear story, where they've trayed the ceiling up a half a story and then have a whole perimeter of transom windows allowing natural light in at all hours of the day. Transitioning to the kitchen, again, very open. You have a large dining area right out in front, which separates the actual first sitting area, which we walked into. Behind me, you have a massive honed granite countertop with rift white oak cabinets with navy accents. You can see the amount of cabinetry in this entire kitchen is extensive between the uppers that go all the way up and then the lower navy cabinets. They did a good job with the color tones in here, blending that rift white oak with a lot of the darker tones, which pulls in some of the more rustic design elements of the home. Now, in the kitchen, from an appliance package perspective, you have very high-end Miele microwave oven, warming drawer, plus matching 48-inch range with the skillet, plus dual ovens right there underneath. Miele espresso maker right behind me, which is a really nice touch, plus a full stack of refrigeration, including your own display wine case right there.
Now, tucked behind the kitchen is actually this nice little mudroom pantry. You have beautiful honed granite countertops, a nice little sink right here that gives you a beautiful outlook to your courtyard, floating shelves, and one of my favorite features back here is the lighting that they include with these floating shelves. really highlights whatever you have displayed. Now continuing down this hallway, you do have a man door off to my left. Here, you're right, and that gives you access to your first 2-car garage. Beautiful red finish floors in here. And then if you continue all the way down, more storage right here. You have access to your covered outdoor kitchen. Off to my right, you have a little breakfast nook, and we will take you guys outside, but not just yet.
Now, Sam, walk with me over to the TV area. This is more of the intimate family room, I would say. And intimate might be a poor word choice because this room is absolutely massive. Check out the size of this cloud sectional couch right here. It looks so comfortable, especially tucked up against the linear fireplace with, again, the stacked stone. You can see the detail on the top where they actually vent the heat out toward the ceiling. Speaking of the ceiling, this is all reclaimed wood from the early 1900s, and there's a lot of those design details throughout the house, complementing the accent wall behind this massive TV. This is actually reclaimed wine barrel. You'll see the actual rust pattern from the straps right there on the wall. I thought it was a tile at first, but you'll see upon closer inspection, I was incorrect. But I do love the floating cabinetry. You do have built-in surround sound in this room, plus a bar with floating shelves on the opposite side.
And now rounding out the main floor of this home, around this corner, you do have a gorgeous half bath. Floating vanity there, beautiful quartz countertops, and incredible tile backsplash. And then off to my left, you do have the primary, which is a sliding barn door with a really fun split down the middle. Inside this primary, super expansive, you have a 3-panel sliding door right here that is the same in the living room, the Marvin doors. And you have a beautiful outlook to your whole courtyard, and you can actually see your main garage from here. Really important to the seller, and especially if you're a car collector, being able to wake up, first thing you see, your babies.
Now come with me to check out the bathroom. Now there's 2 door accesses to this on either side of the bed. Sam, if you come through here, what you'll see first off is this 3D pattern tile on the back. I love the LED vertical lights and the really tall mirrors. You have that same granite that we saw in the kitchen brought into this with a very similar oak cabinetry. My favorite feature though is right behind me, a massive shower, heated towel rack, and again, that clear story design where the ceiling has been popped up with a full circular round of transom windows, letting a lot of natural light into that shower space. And then let's continue into the closet itself. As this opens up, you'll see it is absolutely massive. I love the glossy finish on all of the white cabinetry. Again, you've got transom windows allowing in natural light, beautiful light fixture, and then LEDs inlaid to the side panels of the shoe display, which is a really, really nice touch. Full mirror for making sure that fit is absolutely correct, plus additional storage behind here, as well as a washer dryer tucked away conveniently in your closet.
All right, now stepping back out into the main space, before we take you out to the courtyard outside, we know you guys are waiting. We're going downstairs.
Yeah, so coming downstairs, you have 2 additional bedrooms that share a full bath. I love the actual tile selections in that bathroom. Plus you have a storage area off to my right, very conveniently located, as if there's not enough storage in this house. One of the other features I'll point out in this home is the amount of art walls you have. Right behind Sam, you have this beautiful Picasso piece. You can see the art sconce above with a charred wood frame. Really nice touch.
Now coming through this barn door, Sam is actually stepping out of a small little laundry room that services downstairs, but double wide entryway with a closet on either side. Like I said, upstairs, just the attention to detail and really giving all the space that this house would need. They killed it. Incredible sized room, beautiful windows tucked up at the ceiling height for a basement, letting in plenty of light, and then this huge window that they have this desk set up. And with the desk set up, you also have a man door out to the second driveway. You get a little peek of the RV garage, but this would be perfect if you do use this as a work from home space, having access to the outside right off your room. Incredible.
So stepping out to the courtyard, they did a great job of giving you privacy. That's the first thing I'm noticing. There is a massive accent wall. It at first looks like a living landscape wall because you do have some high grass as well as beautiful trees up against it. I can see the outdoor lighting game is probably on point too, but the thing I'm first noticing are these concrete pavers that have been poured in place throughout the entire courtyard. Fun feature is the owner told us the design of these concrete pavers actually matches the design on all of the metal fencing around the perimeter of the house. So again, a lot of thought and detail went into this space.
And my favorite feature of this backyard is going to be this hot tub right behind me, in a perfect position for privacy, but also being able to look out and enjoy the whole courtyard. You can also step right over to my right. We have this incredible gas fireplace. The seller let us know that this isn't even half the size the flame can be, if you guys can digest that. And then a little bit forward in front of me are gonna be these raised planer beds with the steel wrap around them, just like the fencing around the whole property and the planer beds out front.
Now, I'm getting comfortable in the shade. I love the design of this countertop, how it wraps around, circular seating area for the bar high top chairs. Love that. Now, for the grill, they did not skimp. This is a Lynx stainless steel grill, complemented nicely by the pizza oven off to my right-hand side. Again, they brought out that stack stone that we saw in the front and inside the house to beautifully wrap this entire outdoor kitchen. Speaking of wrap, check out the detail here with the steel that wraps the column. Really nice feature aesthetically, but also functionally. There's a lot of steel on this house that is just gonna create a low maintenance house in the future for whoever decides to pick up this beautiful home. Plus, check out the lighting details below as well as above. You have 2 heaters, built-in surround sound, which would provide an amazing ambiance at nighttime as you're coming outside to utilize this space.
Now stepping into the piece that is really gonna draw the car collector to this home. This is the main garage, which is definitely set up as a car collector's dream. Multiple sitting areas. Behind Sam, he's kind of forced into what is set up as the gym right now, but just the details in this garage alone. Matt's gonna get cozy right behind me. You have these beautiful epoxy floors. You have reclaimed wood from the original AAA building in San Francisco, which is incredible. And they have beautiful LED lights tucked up that really highlight the trade ceilings. Incredible piece of art that they put right in the center of this room. And then as we continue a little further down, here's the main bay that you pull into. They do have a hot and cold water spigot right off to my left, as well as a nice little vacuum that is built in so you can easily pull your car into here and clean it off. Now, if you were to buy this home and make it your own, but you aren't really a car collector, what are you gonna do with this space? Well, great question. The sellers actually do have renderings to turn this into a 2-bedroom ADU. I can also see this being a golfer's dream, setting up a little putting green, a golf simulator, and being able to watch the tour over in this corner. Perfect. But here's a question for you guys. Comment below how many cars you think would fit in this garage. We're curious to see what you think.
And if you find that this space isn't quite big enough for your car collection, well, wait, there's more. Let's go downstairs. And as we head downstairs, you have a massive RV parking bay with extra storage right above. This happens to be, though, probably my favorite part of the house. A little bit more unfinished than the upstairs, but you can see how it really is the perfect shop. So for those collectors who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty, this is ideal. You have plenty of space to stack 3 cars in each row all the way back. It feels like you're in a concrete and steel bunker, because essentially you are. You have a bathroom right there, conveniently located, massive car lift right here for doing all that work on your vehicles, as well as additional storage wrapped around the corner. 3 garage doors, all facing that back driveway. And this pretty much wraps up the house. Seth, what do you think?
Well, I think basically what we've highlighted this whole time, A, it's perfect for a car collector, and B, the intentionality that they use designing the whole place is very consistent throughout. It doesn't feel like there's a waste of space. It feels like every detail has a purpose and everything ties together perfectly.
And at 3.675 million, there is no way you could come close to replicating this type of quality and size and scale. So they did a great job of finding the right property within Lake Oswego, very desirable location, and then blending everything together in what is one of the most unique homes I think we've had the opportunity to tour.
Thanks again to Carrie and Allison for letting us tour your guys' beautiful listing. Guys, leave a like, comment what you thought, what ideas you have for us to post new videos to, and how many cars you think this property can actually hold. Subscribe because it helps us out a lot. Nothing else, we'll see you guys next week.